What is going on, guys? My name is Dusk Golem, and you are about to be watching the second half of a domination game on Meltdown. I do go flawless, and I want to talk to you guys today about some of my more personal tips and tricks that I use with the M8A1 assault rifle. Now, this gun overall is really great. It's got a few kind of like little blemishes, I guess you would say, and the stats aren't exactly perfect, but for the most part, it is a 1 to 2 burst rifle. Especially up close, you can really easily pull off the 1 burst. However, I usually tend to fire 1 to 3 bursts into a person just to make sure they're dead. And this gun is probably going to be one of your best bets if you want to play objective type gameplay, especially something like domination or capture the flag. That is also why I'm using the target finder. In this video, you're going to be seeing me use the M8A1 with the target finder, quick draw, and fast mags, which I find to be a very beneficial combo for this gun. However, it is probably not the greatest combo, but because I was leveling up the gun, and I wanted to make sure that since we were playing domination, I could come around the corner on the domination flag and make sure that I was on target with the person, and that is why I use the target finder most of the time. Call it cheap, call it whatever, call it newbie, but personally I like it and I'm going to use it. Now, if you don't want to use this kind of setup and you're more of a person that is a little bit more sneaky, my personal recommendation would be one of two. And the first one is basically the same as the second one, but here goes anyways. The first one is going to be quick draw, silencer, and select fire. Couldn't think of that for the life of me just then. And the second one is a little bit more of a defensive style play, but it's still a very silent and rush type gameplay if you want it to be. And that is going to be the M8A1 with extended mag, select fire, and the silencer. Now, I would recommend one of those two class setups in not necessarily a objective type gameplay, but more of a lone wolf type setting. So probably free for all or team deathmatch or chaos mosh pit or just mercenary mosh pit would probably be your best bet for a class setup like that. And then I have one more class recommendation, which is more of the in-between where you can get up close and personal if you need to, but it's more of a longer range type engagement on a map like this, and personally I would probably use it on something like Slums or Hijacked. Now that is going to be the M8A1 with select fire, fast mags, and a red dot. Now that is a very interesting combo that a lot of people disagree with, but I personally like it a lot, mainly because it plays to the strengths and the weaknesses of this gun, mainly to the strengths, but it does have a little bit of recoil when you put the select fire on, but it's not enough to really matter. But it is enough to where you can get knocked off sight if you wanted to. And right there, that is the benefits of having quick draw. If I wouldn't have had it on, I probably would have gotten in that kill, and I probably would have messed up my streak. Now, for perks with this gun, I would probably go ahead and recommend a class setup that is more objective oriented. So probably something like flak jacket, toughness, and either dexterity or tactical math, depending on your style of play. Personally, I would recommend dexterity because that's going to be your best bet if you want to rush in up close with this gun. And if you wanted to run a secondary, I would definitely try and run the B23 with this gun, mainly because they're both burst fire weapons and they both have a very high damage output. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. As always, my name is Dusk Golem. Peace out and keep on gaming.
You will be rewarded.
On the left is my tips and tricks video for the M27 assault rifle, and on the right is my tips and tricks video for the Type 25 assault rifle.